Cross?
You just testified that you were aware of the anonymous complaint, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And did you use any part of that anonymous complaint in the current investigation?
No.
Okay, so it had no bearing whatsoever.
No.
Was anyone in that room, the name was made, who made that complaint in the previous year? Was there anyone in the room on the morning of April 9th that made that complaint?
No, there was not.
Okay, was there a witness to that complaint the morning of April 9th during that? You said in your previous testimony, I believe you said that one of the teachers was there as a witness. Is that correct?
Yes, but it was a witness to the proceedings of that morning.
Okay, so the district felt that you had the personnel director yourself, correct?
Yes.
You had the assistant superintendent, correct?
Yes.
The principal.
Yes.
Okay, so you have 3 witnesses and you need another teacher as a witness.
Yes.
Okay. And the grievance asked for a union rep. Did she not?
She did.
Did you stop the meeting immediately? Did you stop the meeting immediately? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. And did she ask for a union rep at that time?
She did. And we
Okay,
did stop
thank
the
you
meeting.
very much. Actually, let me ask you, did you investigate the original complaint, this complaint, the one in which we're grieving today? Did you investigate that?
Me personally?
Yes.
There are a number of people on the staff.
As the human resources director, ma'am, I'm asking you, did you conduct the investigation? Yes or no?
No.
Who conducted the investigation?
There are other members of my staff.
I want to know exactly who, please.
I would have to look at my records to see that.
And do you have those with you this morning?
No, I don't.
Okay. Who exactly made the anonymous complaint from the previous year? Name the person, please.
That person will be testifying later. So
Ma'am, I ask you,
I feel
Mr.
justified
Arbitrator,
that
I
can do
asked the
that.
witness a question. They asked on direct about the anonymous complaint. They brought it into the record. She has an obligation to answer the question.
We did not bring into the record an anonymous complaint. You did.
Mr. Arbitrator, I would remind you that on redirect, they asked the personnel director, did the anonymous complaint, was that the complaint they were talking about this year? They brought it into the record. We have the right to know who made that complaint. So let's go back then to the morning of April 9, okay? And let's just follow that same line here. You receive a complaint. You say it's anonymous. We know that we've identified a fellow teacher.
Jack, there's no complaint on April 9th.
No, there was a meeting on April 9th. I'm sorry, sir. But what I'm saying is I want to go back to April 9th. And I want to apply the same line of investigation that you used in the previous year. Okay, let's put it that way. So you go back to April 9th. Now, the teacher comes to work that morning. We already know that. That's part of the record. The teacher's told to come have a meeting with you. You're in the room, and there are a number of people in there with you, correct? Okay. So why didn't you allow the teacher the opportunity to provide a written response to a complaint prior to the meeting?
This was a severe enough case that we felt the need to have the meeting right there.
Okay, so in fact, it's elevated. It's probably a much more serious offense, isn't it?
No proof offered that there's been a complaint this time.
I'm sorry, it's in the record that there was an anonymous complaint the previous year. And now this year, she's being accused, in the letter of termination, she was being accused of, the complaint is of altering test scores. Now, if that's not a complaint, I don't know why we're all sitting around this room. What was the nature of that meeting? You, as the personnel director, why was that meeting called?
You'd mentioned the complaint of the previous year.
Yes.
It's something that was answered, but it was still in the personnel file. It was something that we kept in mind. We had these high test scores from that year, from the next year, from this year. It's establishing a pattern.
Ma'am, I'm asking you, what was the nature of the meeting? Now, I can give you some ABCs. Was it investigatory? Was it disciplinary? In your words, how would you characterize that meeting the morning of April 9?
We believed that the test scores...
Ma'am, Was it an investigatory meeting?
It
Yes or
was.
no?
Yes.
Okay. As an investigatory meeting and your long-standing and respectful partnership with the association, isn't it true you did not contact the UNISERV director to meet with the teacher and your team? Is that correct?
It's not our responsibility.
It may not be your responsibility, ma'am, but I'm asking,
No,
did
we
you
didn't.
contact the UNISERV director? Okay. And you
Testify-
find that you have, in fact, a long-standing and respectful relationship with the association, correct?
Yes, we do.
And you also testified that this is one of the more serious issues that you've ever dealt with. Is that correct?
It is correct.
And yet you failed to contact the association's representative. Is that correct?
Not our responsibility.
Yes, ma'am. I understand it's not your responsibility. Do you have any witness that this grievant altered the test scores? And what I'm asking is, has anyone seen the grievant alter the test scores?
Yes.
Okay. And who is that?
That would be Mr. Richards.
Okay, Mr. Richards. Did Mr. Richards tell you that, ma'am?
No, he did not.
Okay. And how have you come to have this knowledge?
Mr. Richards went to the principal.
Okay. And you, as the personnel manager, did not interview the person who has now claimed that our grievant altered the test scores. Is that correct? Yes or no? Did you interview Mr. Richards?